everyone, it's Rebecca. So today I'm going to be doing my February wrap up and March TBR. Sorry I haven't been uploading, I've been really bad at uploading. I just haven't really been having time to properly be able to set up full all that kind of stuff, and just in the middle of trying to work with my exams and reading everything that I need to be reading and just everything like that. It just I haven't been able to upload consistently weekly, but it's something that I really want to be doing and that I used to do more. But I think I'm just getting afraid of my exams at this point, if I'm going to fail or something. I think that I'm going to be able to be more consistent now, because I really hate being that person who doesn't upload consistently, and I'm more determined to do it from now on, so hopefully that is the start of this. I'm really sorry as well about the really bad quality. I have to film this on my phone because my camera has been just not really functioning recently, and I sent to get it fixed. So I'll probably be 1 or 2 videos before it's back to my normal camera, but I did set it up in my normal backdrop and everything like that, so that's good. But anyway, I'm just going to start into the wrap up. So I'm going to start from obviously the start. So I read 2.5 books in February, which is better. Recently it's literally been 1.5, but I read 2.5, and the first half of the book was The Bells by Dhonielle Clayton. I did a video review of that, so that's already up. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. It's just literally recently out. It came out in February, so if you haven't heard of it or haven't read it yet, then you should definitely order it, because it's one of the best books I've read in a long time. So basically The Bells is about this world where there's these people, these girls called the Bells, who are able to change people's appearances, and the main character is Camelia, or I can't remember her name now. She's trying to be the Queen's favourite belle, so she can work in the palace and everything like that, and that's the main plot of her trying to be the favourite, and then things don't really turn out the way that she's expecting them to, and there's a darker element comes into the plot, and it's just such a good book. Definitely go and read it. That was a really bad explanation of it, but that's basically what it is. But you can watch my full video review. I think that's a wee bit better to go and watch that instead of what I just said. But anyway, it's so good. I absolutely loved it. So it was a really good start of the month, because I obviously read the second half at the very start of February. So the next book that I read was one that I absolutely loved as well. I'm pretty sure I gave it 5 stars as well, and that is Murder as a Fine Art by David Morrell. This book is basically a mystery set in Victorian London. It's based on the essays, the classic essays of Thomas de Quincey, who was one of the first people to ever deal with addiction and to write about it ever, because he struggled with addiction to opium, and that's why he wrote Confessions of an English Opium Eater and everything. But this is set based on his essays called On Murder Considered as One of the Fine Arts. So David Morrell just basically writes a mystery around that, and uses Thomas de Quincey as one of the characters and Thomas de Quincey's daughter as one of the characters in it, where Thomas de Quincey helps to figure out who is the murderer of this murder that happened in Victorian London. And it's really based on true events, so it's a historical fiction, and it's just really interesting. It's a spin on something that could have happened as a consequence of things that really did happen, and it's such a good depiction of Victorian London. I thought I think you got a proper vibe of what it was really to be living there, and David Morrell actually said that was his aim. He wanted to write a book where you got a true feel of Victorian London. He did so much research into Thomas de Quincey and so much research into Victorian London, and that just really interested me, because it really came out in his character of Thomas de Quincey, and just in the setting of London, Victorian London. I thought it was amazing. I really enjoyed it. I haven't read much mystery before. I'm pretty sure this is actually adult fiction, but this is like, I never really read adult fiction, and this was like my first one actually, I think. I mean, I do like read classics and stuff, but I just never really reached for adult fiction, but I finally did, and I really enjoyed it, so I'm thinking of maybe going for that again, especially mystery in the future, because it's not really something that I ever reach for whenever I'm going to read a book. So I really enjoyed it, like, and I would highly recommend it, especially if you're into like classics or like classic literature, considering this is based on an essay that is classic literature. So the next book that I read in February was one that I really enjoyed, but not actually as much as the other two, and that is one that's coming out on March the 6th, I think it is. I think it's March 6th anyway in the UK, and it is To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo. This book is basically about sirens and mermaids, and that's all I knew going into it, so that's probably going to be enough for me to explain it, because I'm really bad at explaining things. I feel like I put people off whenever I actually explain things, but I would recommend it. I gave it 4 stars, so I really enjoyed it. What took away like the star for me was half, like, one of the characters I just didn't think was like that well fleshed out, so that took away like 0.5 for me, and then another half star was taken away because of the slow ending, but that maybe was because I didn't really know, like, I didn't really get that the description really, I couldn't like picture what was happening in my mind, and kind of confused me, like, and it was boring me, so I didn't want to like reread it or anything, like, so it was this slow ending that like took that off as well. But I would definitely recommend people to still read it, because maybe that was just me, and the rest of the plot and everything was really enjoyable. I thought it's also loosely based on Little Mermaid, and I thought that concept was really well done, so I would highly recommend it. Like, you should pre-order it or order it like whenever it comes out, or buy it or whatever, or get it like from the library or something, because it's a really good book. I was so happy that I got an e-reader copy of it, so thank you so much to NetGalley. I'm just going to start into my March TBR, because that's all the books that I read in February. I mean, not too bad of a month considering like I'm just so stressed out about like schoolwork and everything, my A levels, but I'm just going to start into the TBR now. So the first book on my list is one that I started yesterday, and I'm almost like halfway through already, because it's actually really good, but it's quite a short book, and that is Agnes Grey by Anne Bronte. I've been wanting to read this book for like so long, like genuinely. I'm so happy that I finally started it. The starting was good. It didn't have like a slow start, but a couple of pages of it did start to slow down, but now it's starting to speed up again. I'm on like page 84. I'm on page 84, and it's really good. It's only got like 200 pages, so if you want like a fast classic to read, then you could try this. I don't know obviously what I think about it really so far, because I'll only really know until the ending, but I'm so happy that I'm finally reading this, because I really like The Tenant of Wildfell Hall, which is Anne Bronte's only other book, and I'm a really big fan of Jane Eyre and Wuthering Heights that her sisters wrote. So yeah, I'm really happy that I finally got to a classic as well, because I feel like I've been like deprived of reading classics or something recently, because like I've just been like reading like YA and stuff like that, and more like modern fiction. So I'm really happy that I finally got to read another classic, because I've been really looking forward to starting another one since like literally like when I read Great Expectations, that was like October. It's so weird. That's really scary how fast time goes, but anyway, so yeah, I'm really happy that I'm finally reading another classic. The next book that I want to read in March is the sequel to a book that I have already read, and that is Wayfarer by Alexandra Bracken. This is like a really thick book. How many pages does it have? 530 or something like that. Like, oh my god, this will take me like 2 months. Like, genuinely it'll take me 2 months. But yeah, it's the second book to Passenger, the geology. It's basically like a time traveler geology. Again, I'm not gonna like say what it's about, because like it's just basically about like time traveling. Like, that's the best way to describe it. It's a girl who doesn't know she's a time traveler and finds out that she is one, and then she goes on like all these journeys, and it was good. Like, I remember giving it like 4 stars, but like a lot of the details of the plot have gone out of my mind now. So yeah, I don't know. I hope like this just puts like it all back in my head, because I can't really remember what happened at the end of Passenger and stuff like that, but I did like enjoy Passenger, because I read it like in July though, which is like a good few months ago. I am hoping that I like Wayfarer though. I need to read it before like there will be no like remembering in my head, like I'll just not remember it all, so I need to remember like read it. Like that's why I'm reading it now, because like I got it for Christmas and I need to read it like as soon as I can before I just forget everything that happens and like not be intimidated by like 500 pages and like everybody knows how slow at reading I am, and this will literally take me like 3 months or something at this point. But yeah, I'm really excited for it. Okay, sorry if the angle changed, my phone just like randomly switched off, but anyway, so I'm just going to quickly, because my phone's like literally going to die any second, so basically I'm going to just pick out for my like empty Hollister perfume box, I'm going to pick out a random book that I'm gonna read if I can. If I finish all of the other ones, I'll read in March. So I'm just gonna pick like a random one out now. It's more like, it's supposed to be like a TBR jar, but to be honest, this is more like a TBR box, so more like it, not more like it actually is a TBR box, so I'm just gonna pick like a random one out. I took like loads of days, no joke, to write out, take the time to write out all the different things. It could be this one strapped. Okay, I'm scared. Okay, please be one that I'm in the mood for. Okay, I've picked a random one. Okay, I knew it's gonna, I knew, because Shakespeare is probably like the one that's in there most, because there's about a billion of his plays that I have. I picked out The Tempest by Shakespeare. This is a play that I really have wanted to read. I haven't read any Shakespeare since like last year, so I'm really excited to read that. It's actually one of the ones that I would particularly want to read and be in the mood to read. So yeah, I'm gonna read The Tempest if I can. It should be like quite short as well. Shakespeare's never like too long to read, so yeah, I'm really happy that I picked that one actually. Okay, so lastly, I just remembered that I forgot to say a book that I'm definitely going to be reading in March, like no matter what, like probably above the other ones apart from Agnes Grey of course, but I'm definitely going to be reading The Astonishing Colour of After. I think the author's called like X.R. Pan or something like that. Now like I'll like put like a picture up of it so that like you can see what the author's really called, but that's out on the 22nd of March. I'm pretty sure I got a ARC copy, so I'm really excited to review it and read it and everything like that. So recently like requesting books from NetGalley, but like whenever I get them and they're like a proper hype book, like it's so exciting, like I feel like really special, you know, like I feel like, you know, like I'm a proper reviewer or something, like even though like nobody like cares, you know what I mean, but like to me like it feels just like so exciting, like I got like a really hype book, do you know what I mean, even though like everybody gets them. But anyway, so yeah, I'm so happy and I can't wait to read all of those. Like they'll just be like so amazing, and I was quite happy with how good the books that I read in February were, so yeah, I'm really happy. So that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so sorry if this like video is like such terrible quality and all, because it's like literally almost getting dark and I've got like 1,000,000 lights turned on and like 800 candles or something like that, so yeah, like it's probably like such bad quality. But anyway, before like my phone dies, thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, please like and subscribe. Like I'd be so happy with that, and I really appreciate it. And let me know if you've read any of those books that I mentioned, or if you are planning on reading any of these books, if they're on your TBR, and what you thought about them, if you have read them. I would really like to know that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.